Hey sports fans, I'm Tyler Tipton.
And I'm Taylor Stewart. Welcome to the weekend wrap-up with TNT. Let's get it started with that big FAU win against the Hilltoppers this weekend.
Yeah, you know, we went into Western Kentucky this past weekend, and we were talking on the show last week. You were saying, oh, you know, cold weather. We just lost a game in the cold weather to the Navy. All right, that was, you know what, that's the past of the past. Guess what? We went in this weekend hand swinging, get a win 37-28 over the Hilltoppers, who previously beaten University of Kentucky, which is in the SEC. Now, they may be the skin mark of the SEC, but they're still in the SEC.
That was a huge win for them, and I think it's a huge win for us because we have the momentum going from this Western Kentucky game into what I think is the most important game of the year.
Absolutely.
We're taking on FIU at home this Friday. Last time they're going to be in the Sun Belt. We need to win this game, and I think, go ahead and put it in the record books, it's a W for FAU.
Need? Let's replace that with were. We're going to win this game. And I tell you what, I'm going to make a bold prediction here. We're not just going to win this game. I think we're going to whip the crap out of them. All right? I think we're going to just stomp on them. Coming home, we're probably going to be wearing our red jerseys. That's what I imagine. Okay? I think that'd be the smart thing, Coach Pelini. But, all right, we're going to come in. You know, FIU, they got the win over us last year, big, 41-7. But other than that, that was their only win in the record books over us.
Well, they beat us in 05, but aside from 05 and 2011, they haven't beaten us.
Exactly.
So I think this is going to be the perfect opportunity. I think we're playing the best football that we have all season right now.
We are in the ring. This is about the third round of the boxing match, and we are swinging and we're coming in, and FIU's going to come in with a bloody nose. And they're leaving with a broken jaw. I'm going to tell you that right now. We got a 24-hour tailgate starting Thursday night. You know, us students, we're going to be hammered and riled up. All right, I'm telling you, this is game of the year. This is game of the year. This is our rivalry.
And not only, as we said earlier in our show, we have said FAU could easily be 4 or 5 wins this season.
Change it up. Going to have 5 wins.
Yeah, I mean, if we're definitely going to get this win against FIU. If we get that win, our last game, December 1st, have to be there at home. It's going to be another win. FAU,
Absolutely.
5 wins. That's 4 more wins than our previous season. That's huge improvement.
5 wins, I mean, 5 wins, I feel like I've won the lottery. Like, I mean, I'm not joking here because this was not supposed to be a good year. You know, this was a learning year.
It's not Pelini's team.
Exactly.
So, and he's already made huge improvement.
Oh, but now it is Pelini's team. All right, not so great FAU performance. Our boys basketball team in North Carolina playing the Tar Heels. You know, they're construed as one of the best.
They were ranked 11th
basketball teams
as of now.
You know.
We had high hopes for this game because our win against Lynn looked solid. It wasn't a blowout like what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And, of course, it was against Lynn, who pretty much, let's be real, it's a high school. So it wasn't – it was a convincing win, but it wasn't a blowout. And I think what we saw in this UNC game is that for the first half we were able to keep up. We were only about 4 points down going into the half.
Showed a lot of potential.
And we had potential. But you know what? Our big guy, Dragon, as you like to call him, the White Mammoth,
the big white mammoth.
He didn't show up. And when he did do something, he got called for a foul. And then we come back second half,
all year long,
they blow us out 56-80. It got ugly in the second half. And I think it just shows we're not conditioned. We don't have the experience. You know, they have McAdoo on their team, one of the best players in the NCAA. So, I mean, they just showed us up.
You know, we were losing by 4 going into the half. We ended up losing the game 80-56. And I'll quote great coach once said this: fatigue makes cowards out of all of us. And that's what happened. We cowered down. We got tired. Oh, we're in North Carolina, probably not going to win this game. You know, they're dribbling the ball. Oh, we're down by 10. Oh, now we're down by 16, down by 20. And they just kind of probably, you know, gave up and whatnot. But you know what? Hang on. We got a game coming up against Mississippi State.
Tonight.
Which the series record is 1-1. I see this going as a win column in our books.
Yeah, and I think we need to keep in mind that this is a young team. This is only the second game they've played.
Yeah.
And their first real game since the Lynn game was an exhibition. So I think it's a good, you know, I think it might be good for us to kind of toughen up, see, hey, you know, you may think you're good in the Sun Belt, but when you play with these big boys, you know, you have a lot of work to do. So I think we're only going to get better. I'm still really excited about the team.
Oh, absolutely. You know, this North Carolina loss does not mean nothing.
Yeah, I mean, they're ranked 11th, so
blow it off. The basketball season is a long season. It's not like football where, you know, you got 10, 12 games. I mean, we got a lot of games here to be played. this doesn't count against anything.
I'm still
really.
predicting we're going to win the Sun Belt. I think we'll make it to the NCAA tournament. I think we will get out first or second round, but I think we will make it there, which would just be awesome for our school.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's get off of FAU real quick. Let's talk about the NFL. Now, I tell you what, it is knock out the quarterback season.
Mm-hmm. 4 down this weekend.
4 down this weekend. Okay.
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler.
Now, you know, he is prone to injury. This isn't the first time we've seen him.
I'm going to tell you right now. Hold that thought right there. Did you see the hit?
He got lit up.
Okay, any quarterback would have got a concussion there. There ain't no controlling about his whole injury-prone thing. I mean, he got smacked, saw stars.
Someone else who's injury-prone, Michael Vick.
Yeah, I mean, he goes down against the Cowboys. The Cowboys go on to win the game. Although, the Eagles' backup quarterback did not do a bad job.
No, and this was his first NFL appearance in a game. Really, they were in it until the end. We got a couple bad calls.
Yeah.
But, I think he did pretty well. Some other quarterbacks, Alex Smith of the 49ers, he's injured.
Yeah, he got injured. His backup's pretty good, though.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's a different situation for that team.
Situation. Let's talk about that game real quick. Okay, we haven't had a tie in the NFL since 2008 when the Eagles played the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, I was watching the end of this game, this Rams-49ers game, and this was an intense game. I mean, we go into overtime. All right, Rams receiver Danny Amendola catches the ball, goes 80 yards for a touchdown, gets called back because of a penalty. Okay, San Francisco gets the ball back. They don't do anything with it. This is in the overtime period. Then St. Louis gets the ball back. They get in field goal position. They miss the field goal. Okay, 49ers get the ball back. They're in field goal position. They miss the field goal, and that was an easy field goal, too, for David Akers that he missed. And that was his 6th miss on the year. David Akers, cut the check. All right. And then,
kickers don't get much leeway. You miss a couple field goals and you're done.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what you're there to do. You have no other role to play. Okay. And then, by this time, the game's already getting kind of wind down here. And then the game ends. Nobody has scored. And they called a tie. Do you agree with this NFL rule?
Yeah. I don't like to see this. I don't agree with it at all.
Because it's just, what it's going to do? Okay. 7 weeks from now, when we're trying to figure out the playoffs, especially in the NFC.
And, the 49ers are a contender. So this
absolutely.
them having this tie doesn't help them. And it's going to get down to
the Rams could be a wild card. And
exactly.
This tie is going to mess them up. This tie is going to, how do you play this in? Because, nobody else is going to have a tie this year.
To me, this is almost as bad as the Packers call at the beginning of the year. It's just unacceptable. You can't have it. I think if it was 2 teams that it didn't matter, but this win or loss is going to be really important to both of these teams.
Well, that Packers call, that's a completely different scenario here. I think the NFL just needs to change this rule because, and we're past midseason anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, things are starting to get a little concrete in here. But something not so concrete, Ben Roethlisberger's shoulder.
Yep.
Okay, oh boy, he went down on the elbow, and boy, did they escape last night or what? Kansas City's getting close to winning this game.
Mm-hmm. And who really even thought that they had a chance?
Not me. Not at all.
But they
came up and they played.
The Steelers, now, Ben Roethlisberger, obviously a huge part of this team, the heart and soul of the team.
Yeah.
I know he's going in for a second MRI today. They're still iffy on what is even wrong with him, let alone if he's going to play. They have to play the Ravens.
Yeah.
In 5 days. They have 5 days to try to turn it around, figure out his situation, get the second string ready, and I think it's going to be tough.
I'll make a prediction right now. He ain't going to play. He's coming back from a shoulder injury that
and
early,
if he
and against the Ravens.
And I don't even know if it's worth him trying to rush the recovery and play. I think they might as well sit him out, let his shoulder recover, because the Steelers are a good team. They're gonna need him later on in the season.
Oh, absolutely. I feel this team's definitely playoff bound. They look suspect last night. This because the injury to Roethlisberger, and Kansas City's defense was just playing exceptionally well last night. A little too well for their own, just like morale though. Do you see all the unsportsmanlike penalties?
They were kind of hot dogging it.
I tell you what, that hot dogging it is an understatement. Okay, they had 6 dudes in the end zone all swinging side to side. I'm just twisting my body from side to side. Of course, you're gonna get a 15-yard penalty, and then guess what? The touchdown doesn't even count, so it gets counted against them. Steelers get the ball back, go down and score. Serves you right. But I tell you what, though, that Kansas City defense did play well.
Mm-hmm.
But, of course, you know, they had Mr. All-Time backup in there, Byron Leftwich. Like, is this guy ever going to start again? He has been the backup for so many teams for so many years now. And I remember when he was good in Jacksonville when I was a little boy. That's how long that was ago. But, I mean, they escaped last night. I tell you what, they're 1-8. Romeo Cornell's going to get fired after this year. There ain't no doubt in that.
Now, moving on to the NBA, we have some interesting news. D'Antoni just got hired for the Lakers, which was a shock to even him.
They're just boosting up their program, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's the right choice. I mean, he coached Steve Nash at with the Phoenix Suns a few years ago, so he's used to Steve Nash. Of course, like I said, Steve Nash is injured, like I called, preseason, but he'll be back in about a week, they said. And that is when D'Antoni is going to come in and take over the program. But I think this is definitely an interesting call, a shocker. I don't even think he expected it. When you think about all the coaches that they had to choose from, he's not the one that I would have suspected. I mean, with the Knicks, I think they made one playoff appearance since he was with them. And, you know, the Lakers, this is their year. Nash getting old, injured. Kobe, he only has a few seasons left. So with Dwight is only with the Lakers for this year, and then he's a free agent. So it's really do or die right now. So I don't know if he was the right choice. What do you think?
Well, about the whole do or die thing, I don't think they're going to do. I don't, you know, I don't think so. I think they're definitely, you know, Lakers are going to make the playoffs. Okay, absolutely. But
based on experience,
Thunder may beat them if they meet up with them in the playoffs.
The Spurs,
the Spurs.
Dallas. There's too much competition in the West.
Yeah, and I tell you, even if they do make it to the finals, which I feel it's going to be the Heat again, possibly the Bulls. Okay, with the turn of Derrick Rose. I don't think they're going to. No. They're not getting that ring this year. No.
And I think, you know, I think it's a slippery slope for the Lakers. I think their best days are behind them. But it'll be interesting to see how this new coach does with the team and if he can kind of boost the morale.
Yeah, things will be interesting. Well, thank you all for watching the TNT Sports Wrap-Up Show. I'm Tyler Tipton.
I'm Taylor Stewart. We'll see you next week.